Welcome to Life Her Podcast, the podcast that guides you from the 9 to 5 grind to the freedom of your own path. Discover how to conquer life's challenges while pursuing your passions with unwavering faith. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. So let's get to it.
Hey everyone, I'm Yvette Lloyd, host of Life Her Podcast. We are joined by the resilient and inspiring Cori Broadus, entrepreneur, reality star, and daughter of hip hop legend Snoop Dogg. Cori opens up about her journey through lupus, mental health battles, surviving a stroke, and becoming the first mom. She shares how faith, love, and purpose lead her to build her beauty brand, Choc Factory, and turn her pain into power. This conversation is going to be real, raw, and filled with hope. Hey, Cori, how are you?
Hi, that was a great introduction. Wow. That was amazing. That was amazing. I'm like, wait, you talking about me? I'm doing
Yeah,
good though.
girl, I'm
I'm
talking
doing
about
good. I'm
you.
doing good.
That's good. So,
Thank you
so
for
what
that.
is it? So, what was it like growing up as the youngest child in the broadest household, and being the daughter of an icon like Snoop Dogg?
Ooh, I think with everything, it has its pros and its cons, right? I think the best part about it was I was the only girl. I was the baby girl, so I got everything that I wanted and more. And just having older brothers, who were very overprotective over me and showed me all types of love. But I think the hardest thing is so many people have expectations of how you should be. And I feel like sometimes you can kind of get lost into that and lose yourself trying to be what everybody else wants you to be. And so my main thing is always just being authentically myself, being Cori Broadus in whatever shape or form. So,
That's cool. So, how has your family helped you shape your strength and your identity and the woman that you've become today?
mm, I think just having them in my corner, like even the introduction, you named a lot. And I was like, damn, like I went through all of that. You know what I mean? So just having the support system to be there through every step of the way, you know what I mean? And I think my family is the reason why I'm still here, because they put into my head, like, you are beautiful, you do have a purpose. And look how many people you're inspiring or motivating or whatever you want to call it. So, I think just them in my ear every day and them in my presence and just checking on me, coming to see me, um, is really what keeps me going for sure. And I'm just thankful that God chose them to be my family.
That's so sweet. So, you've been like so brave and open about your battle with lupus since you were the age of 6. How did those early experiences shape your view on strength
Yes.
and self worth?
I feel like I'm not the strongest human being on this earth, and so many people tell me that I'm so strong, and I feel like I don't feel strong majority of the time because I guess I cry about it or dwell on my situations or I'm sad about my situations. Um, but when I'm in a setting like this where I'm able to share my story, it makes me realize, okay, look at all that you've been through and how you've gotten through it, and you're able to sit and talk about it now. Um, so I think just going through everything that I went through, right, helped me without me knowing it helped me be strong. Um, and just really having that family support. I feel like if it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't be here. I think them checking on me continuously and putting positive things in my mind when I'm trying to go the other route, really helps me and it keeps me grounded. So I'm super thankful that God blessed me with such an amazing village.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy? Sometimes we be doing so much in our lives and we be going through so much. We never really sit back and think about the positive things that we have
That
done in our
part,
lives.
that part, that part. I mean, it's so easy to be like, God, why is this happening? God, why this? God, why that? When it's like, no, thank you, God, for giving me a roof over my head, a car to get from point A to point B. I'm breathing, I'm walking, even on TikTok and seeing handicapped people who can't walk, who have to be in a wheelchair, who need assistance. And it's like, you don't realize like how blessed you are and how much you have when I think it's like kind of like when you looking at the next person, it's like it could always be worse. And
Yeah.
just appreciating your situation and being content with where you at.
Yeah, that is so true. And you know what's so crazy is with you having lupus, I have an older sister that has it. And
Okay.
sometimes I never know when she's going through it, but when she start to get blemishes on her face and she be super tired, don't want to do nothing, that's
Mm-hmm.
usually when I be knowing because she will not tell you when something is wrong with her.
Oh, I think that's probably all of us. I'm the same way. Like, I don't like people to see me like that. Like when I'm sick and when I'm down, I hate people seeing me like that. Like, even after I had my stroke and after I had my baby, like, so many people wanted to come and see me and be there. And I'm like, just give me a second. I don't want y'all to see me like this, like all these needles and IVs and all this going on. And like, my hair is not done and I'm in a hospital gown and like, I'm on all these medications, so I'm not even all the way here. Like, it's just we rather deal with it on our own. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I know that's at least how I feel. I don't be wanting to put my problems on other people, so I try
Yeah.
to just thug it out and do what I need to do to get back to square one.
Right. I could feel that. So, can you walk us through the moment during a pandemic when things got really dark for you and what
Mhm.
ultimately pulled you back from that space?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was after I graduated high school. I knew I didn't want to go to college, and I really appreciate my parents for not forcing me to do that. So I think once I decided college is not what I wanted to do, it's like, okay, well, you have to figure out what you want to do now. And I think that was the hardest thing for me. And just always feeling like I don't belong, just always feeling different than others, even my friends. I'm always the bigger friend, the sicker friend, the chocolate friend, like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I always feel like I don't fit in. And so I think that just was part of what I was going through as well. Like, well, she has it figured out. Well, she has it figured out, and I don't have it figured out, and I don't look like that, but she looks like this. And then I feel like sometimes the devil works just as hard as God, and he puts things into your head. And I think we think that when things get hard, I guess that's the easiest way to go out. You know what I mean? And it's really not, just having to even think about it. How you gonna do it? And are you really brave enough to do it? It's a lot that goes into that, you know what I mean? It's like I think it's harder that way. Like you gotta really plan and make sure your plan is executed. So I don't know. I just was over it. I was over being sick. I was been sick since 6 years old and taking all these medications and just feeling just so depressed and just so lost. And I just wanted to end it all. Thank God I wasn't successful. And I think God, he like works in mysterious ways, you know what I mean? Like the way he set it up that night for me, I will never try to commit suicide again because it was such a traumatic experience to where I'm so grateful for my life and I'm so grateful for all the things that, I have been blessed with. So when things get hard, I kind of just try to pray about it and know that I can get through it just like I got it through everything else. But like we said, when you're in that space, you're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about how
No.
blessed you are. You're not thinking about how you got this and you got that and you got a family that loves and supports you. You're thinking about all the things why you shouldn't be here and why you don't want to be here. So just
Yeah.
trying to trick my mind. I think your mind is very powerful and the tongue is very powerful. So you have to be careful what you speak out loud and what you think in here because you could really make yourself believe things that are nowhere near true.
Yes, that is so true. Even with you being in a dark space, it's like sometimes you still show up for people. And when
Mm-hmm.
you show up for them, they don't really know exactly how you feeling. So that could be frustrating too at the end of the day, especially with you having a father and mother that's well known, and maybe you post something and someone may say something in your comments. Like, how do you feel when some of those things happen, or you don't look at comments and things at all?
I mean, we're human, right? we gotta
Yeah,
we gotta look, and it's so funny because it could be 1,000 people saying, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so this. You're so that. I look up to you. I love you. You help me get through it." And it's that one person, "You ugly. You're fat. you're this. You're that." And it just ruins my whole entire day. And it's like, Corey, look at all the other people though that said all of these nice, beautiful things to you that you don't even know. And then this one stranger says something, but I think it be what they say, right? It's your own
yeah,
insecurity. And it's like, ouch, how did you even know? Like, I feel like that. Okay, so if I feel like that and you feel like that, then it must be true, you know? So I've gotten a lot better though. I used to cry
that's
my
good.
eyes out when I saw
Aw,
people say mean and hurtful things, but I know at the end of the day, they're projecting. You know what I mean? They're miserable and they're going through whatever they're going through. So this is the best way for them to release it, I guess.
yeah,
I'm not really sure, but I and my dad too, he was like, you notice every time people see you, what do they say? They say nice and
mm,
beautiful things, right? I say, yeah. He said, but you don't ever hear nobody saying those mean things to you in your face, right? I said, no. He was like, so they're not real. That means they're not real. They're fake. You know what I mean? So if they're not real and they're fake, how can you believe something? How can you believe what they're saying? So I
yeah,
think, but it's just a process. You know what I mean? It's a
yeah,
process, and you can't just sit there and be like, "Oh, this person said this. Well, let me think about this." It's like, no, you get angry. You want to say something back, and you know what I mean? But you're gonna be miserable. I feel like if you're trying to chase all these negative people and say something back and give them a reaction. I feel like some things are better left unsaid. And if this is how you feel, then so be it. You're not going to be everybody's flavor, and that's okay.
yeah. And a lot of times people, the things that they project on you is how they feel mentally
Mhm.
about themselves. And people just always look for negative more than anything because their lives just isn't put together the way they want it to. But the
That
way
part.
you carry your strength and the way you carry yourself, I followed you for years, and you just so sweet and just laid back and just be in your own zone. And it's to a
That
point
part.
where for real, because it's like you just really have to just stay in your lane, be in your own tunnel vision, and just create your own path. Because at the end of the day, all you got is your family, yourself,
Mhm, mhm.
God, and if somebody was to leave tomorrow, what do they have?
Right, right, right. And I think people don't like that I'm just naturally me. And
Oh yeah, people
that's
hate
and
that.
that's in whatever setting, like I'm just me, you know, and I'm not trying to be anybody else. And I
Mm,
think that's the hardest thing. So many people are always like, if my dad was Snoop Dogg, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing
yeah,
that, I'll be
no.
doing this, I'll be doing that. Well, he's not your dad for a reason. He's my dad.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
they don't know. They don't know a
Mhm.
dang old thing.
A Dago thing. I'm like, well, that's exactly why he's not your dad. That's exactly why God didn't make him your dad and made him my dad.
It's a blessing. So how do you now prioritize your mental health while still managing your chronic illness, motherhood, and entrepreneurship?
Woo! You just stressed me out again, for real. Uh, honestly, one day at a time. One day at a time. Even with my baby girl being in the NICU, oh my goodness, when I first had her, whew, that was the hardest thing for me. And it felt like time was just going so slow. And I was just like, why? Like, this is not how I envisioned motherhood. Like, why is this happening to me?
Right.
Just all of the above, right? And then every day I would go in there when I was still in the hospital. Wayne, my partner, he would tell me and her dad, like, she's breathing, she's alive. Yeah,
Yes.
she's tubes and she's small and she's this and she's that, but she's breathing. She has all five fingers, all five toes, like a heartbeat, a heart. Her brain is working properly. Like, she's just still developing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
with that being said, every day I'm like, just one day at a time, Corey. You cannot think about 3 weeks from now. You have to think about today and right now. And I think that helps me in knowing that every day is a step closer to her coming home. So, with that being said, that's how I think I balance everything out. And sometimes I have to just give myself a mental break. I remember Rihanna said she takes personal days and it's one day out of the month or whatever she can come up with, like with her
Right.
schedule. And I truly feel that sometimes you just need a day just doing nothing. If you want to just sit on the couch all day, watch Disney Plus, Netflix, whatever you like to do, give yourself that grace. Give yourself some grace. And I think that's just how I get through it. Like, just one day at a time and just being to myself, you know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
no music, no nothing, just thinking. And I guess it's working. I mean, I'm still so young and I'm still figuring out life. You know what I mean? I think we always are still trying to figure out life and always trying to heal our inner child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just being easy on yourself. You know what I mean? Giving yourself some grace and know that nobody has it figured out and nobody's life is perfect. And you got to go at your own pace. Some people are going to be faster than you and some people are going to be slower than you. But as long as you're on your pace,
You'll be
everything else should
cool.
work out. That part.
You'll
That
be
part.
cool. You know what's
Uh-huh.
so crazy? With me just talking to you, Corey, I think you really need to just sit back and look at your blessings, because just think of you having lupus, going through a stroke, and your baby, in ICU. And even the fact that you having lupus and the doctor's telling you you may not ever become a mother, and look, he done blessed you with a life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just taking care of your baby. It's like sometimes you need to sit back and relax and not be so hard on yourself. And I could speak for myself too, because I'm the same way. But at the same time, it's like you could just find yourself being hard on yourself and not looking at your blessings. And
That
it's not
part.
even intentionally, but you have to give yourself grace, Corey.
Oh, and I'm like, thank you for that because I am my worst enemy. Like, I beat myself up every day. Even after I had her, I cried my eyes out. Like, I failed this little girl. I couldn't even grow her properly. I couldn't even give her the nutrition she needed. I couldn't even, and they were like, the doctors, they were like, you did all that you needed to do. And you coming to the doctors and making sure everything is okay saved you and her. You know what I mean? So thank you for that.
Hmm.
And
Yes,
I still beat myself up about it. And Wayne, he's like, Corey, like, you did all that you were supposed to do. Now it's time for her to do her thing and God to do his thing. Let them do their thing. But
yes.
it's easier said than done, though. You know what I mean? It's like you just have this natural guilt. Um, like, damn, like I failed my baby. Like I couldn't even give my baby what she needed from her mama. But
Hmm.
everybody's story is different. And I'm glad that I was able to go to the hospital and do what I need to do to make sure she was good and I was good. So
That's sweet. Oh, congratulations.
thank you. Thank
So
you. Thank
would you
you.
so you are a fiance. So how was life like, as far as you meeting your fiance and dating, and him actually, the reality actually hit him that you had lupus and you were, you be sick sometimes. Like, how did that transition go from you like being in a relationship with him?
I mean, Wayne, he is a great person. I always speak very highly of him because he is truly just an amazing person, an amazing man, just an amazing individual all around the board. And I'm so glad God made him the father of my child. I'm just super blessed. But I think he's just like a natural care giver, I guess I would say. I always call him my
That's sweet.
caretaker. And he used to work with kids with special needs. I can't remember what exactly, but he would help kids with special needs. So I think he kind of just had that in his, you know what I mean, in his
Yeah,
traits and his blood. So it was easy for him to kind of be there for me. I mean, it's hard dealing with anybody that's sick. It's hard because you never know, and it's sometimes you feel helpless, like you can't do anything and you don't know how they're feeling. But Wayne always makes sure that I'm good. Um, I don't even know what to say. He's just amazing. I'm
that's
glad
sweet.
God placed him in my life, and I couldn't ask for a better partner.
That is so sweet. So you guys both started a business, Choc Factory. How did that come
Yeah.
about?
So that's funny. It came about after I tried to commit suicide, and
Oh,
I was successful. And I was just on the couch one day, and I was like, I need something to do. Like, I need to figure it out. So I started looking up hobby making, and lip gloss making was the one that really stood out to me. And Wayne, he's very, very, very creative. So I was like, Wayne, he's like, what? I'm like, let's do lip gloss. He was like, lip gloss. I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. So we sat on the couch and we just started looking on YouTube at like different videos on how to make lip gloss, people in their lip gloss journey business. Sent my security to go get aloe vera, coconut oil, like all of the above. And then we just started doing more research. Me and Wayne were literally our own chemists,
okay.
models, creative director, all of the above. We were literally making our own lip gloss. I was washing the tubes, filling the tubes up, labeling the tubes, packaging the tubes. We literally started from nothing. It was just me and him working out of our two-bedroom apartment, with our two dogs. And we was just kind of like, okay, we need to like expand and elevate a little more. And we never really wanted to ask for help because I feel like nobody is gonna love your baby how you do.
Yes.
Um, so we were like, okay, let's just do it because we're not gonna get nowhere. Sometimes you have to put yourself around smarter people, around people who know more than you, so you can learn and grow. So we reached out and just started getting all these wonderful blessings and resources, and now Chalk Factory is slowly but surely on her way to, I believe, the top.
Okay. So with you building a business now and you and your fiance working together with everything, how has your healing process and your purpose been since you started?
I think it's like you have good days and you have bad days, Some days I'm like, okay, you got it. You got a lot going on for yourself, Corey. You're still so young, but you're so blessed at the end of the day. The fact that you have a platform where you can speak and bring awareness and all this and that. And the fact that you have a brand that makes women feel safe and feel like they have somewhere where they can actually be themselves and not try to be somebody else that they don't really want to be. Um, that's it. But
Mm,
I don't know. You have your days too where it's just like,
yeah.
it's like the devil. He just do not like when you are doing good. He gotta come in and get in your ear and just throw you off. But for the most part, I just try, like you said, take a step back and just
Yeah.
realize all that you have. You are a very blessed individual. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? A very, 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 very blessed individual. And you need to take advantage of that. And you need to be grateful for that because anything could be gone in the snap of a finger at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
That is so true. And you know what's so crazy with you building a business and you doing something, you have to understand when you hit your storms and when everything starts trying to disturb your peace or your lupus may flare up, just any of that, you have to teach yourself mentally how to actually be calm during a storm because usually you're headed to the next level of your life and
mhm.
you're so independent and you want to do everything on your own, but it's like God is teaching you different lessons to strengthen you for your blessings to keep continuing to come. So eventually
Oh,
you'll learn that.
Apostle.
But you just gotta be calm. You gotta learn to be calm because the
Oh,
more you bring your energy up, the more anger you start to build up, tears and all of that. it'll
Mm-hmm.
feel like it'll get worse and worse. It get heavier and heavier. But if you calm down and you stay mellow, I swear, Corey, you'll be cool. I
And
swear.
it's so funny because I'm calm. I'm a calm person, as you can
Yes, you
see.
are. I noticed.
My aura is very calm, but like you said, like I don't be calm to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like just trying to control everything and trying to make sure everything is perfect and trying to. It's like, girl, relax. Like even after I have
Yes,
my baby, I'm trying to do this and do that. They're like, Corey, you just had a C-section. Like, relax. The doctors told you to just rest, eat, and pump. That's it.
yes.
You
It's
trying to
discipline. It's
do
discipline.
this, trying to do that, trying to go here, trying to, girl, relax.
You do. You do. I think it's like part of a perfectionist in you, it seemed like too.
God, uh, that shit drives me insane. It drives me crazy.
Like, hey, like
Everything
you
has to
said,
be
you human.
right, right, right. I am.
You are. You'll be cool. So you've been so transparent about your struggles. What message do you hope other women, especially black women, walk away with after hearing your story?
Whew, that you're not alone. I feel like when we go through stuff, we feel like we're alone. Like I'm the only person going through this. And you're actually not. And that's why I think I use my platform in that way. Because it brings awareness to things that people didn't even know existed. You know what I mean? So um you're not alone. Take it one day at a time. I'm a firm believer in God, and I feel like all the things that He has done for me, it's only right that I speak. You know what I mean? Like about how He's absolutely real and how He's absolutely amazing. And you just have to put your faith in Him, trust Him, lean into Him, and know that He doesn't make any mistakes. He never said we weren't going to go through things, but He's going to be there for us when we go through things. And stop comparing. I do
Yes.
that every day though. I do that every day though. I go on
Do
Instagram and
you?
I look at this chick and I look at that chick and I'm like, how does she have this? Why don't I have this? What? And I'd be like, Corey, just focus on your journey. Focus on you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, stop worrying about everybody else. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's cool.
goodness.
It's cool though. It's cool.
I'm getting construction work done at my house. I see I got a lot going on. Always.
You'll be cool. You just as far as like the comparison part, Corey, you just gotta stay in your lane and
Oh,
actually know you. You know what I'm saying? Like you are your own person. Can't nobody be Corey.
I
Even if
know,
they
I
try
know.
to on a good day or worst day. And you just gotta stand and own your own shit. You know what I'm saying? And just keep moving forward because you have your own unique style, ways, and not too many women are as humble as you and chilled and laid back and not want too much and just want a little at a time. Like you are a hidden gem. You are a gem and you can still be a hidden gem and still pop your shit.
Oh, girl, I gotta get your number after this because you.
For real. I had to learn myself though. Like and it I got even more stronger and different because in 2019 I lost my mom and then a year later I lost my husband. So it's like I done embarked a new like Marvel character within me and it
Mhm.
makes you view life differently. It makes you view people differently and like you got to start understanding like you have your family, you have your mom and them, but at the end of the day, if it's just you, nobody not gonna give a fuck about you but you. They not.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
like seriously, like you'll be cool. It's just it's a growing phase for you. But when you get tired, oh, Corey go come out. I'm telling you. I'm telling
It's
you.
so annoying though because I feel like that's where my growth is being stunted, if that makes sense. Like because I'm looking at the next person, right? I'm like, okay, she's doing this, but I don't do that. Like you said, I have my own sense of style, everything about me, you know what I mean? And sometimes I'll be like, is this even in? Is this even cool? Does this even make sense?
Girl,
When
who
it's like, if
cares?
it's right, if it's you, who cares? Let it be just
Yes.
you. It's
Yes.
just my mind just gets to going and running, and it's just like
Girl,
relax, bro,
just
breathe.
be you. People be
Right.
wanting realness at the end of the
Mhm.
day. And once
Mhm.
you just continue to be you, you'll be cool, I swear.
Right, 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 right.
You will.
Agreed.
So
Agreed. Agreed.
what's your vision for Choc Factory in the next 5 years? And do you plan on expanding your other wellness and beauty spaces?
Oh, I will be 30 in 5 years. But that'll be cool. I don't know. I just always say before it's my time to go, I want to make this world just a little better. You know what I mean? Like how you telling me, like how you found yourself and you unlocked this superpower, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
helping women do that. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes we're lost, and even with certain men that we attach ourselves with, they make us feel like we're this terrible person and what is wrong with us, and you know what I mean? So just
Yeah.
loving yourself and being more than okay with yourself, and knowing that you can do whatever you really want to do. It's not even for me, like, yeah, we got to have money to survive, but I really want to do more than just sell product. You know what I mean? Like, of
Right.
course, we have like the best packaging, the best formula, but I want to make an impact. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go across the world and put in young girls' heads like you are beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? So when they get older, can't nobody tell them other. You know what I mean? Because they already
Yeah.
know I'm beautiful and I'm this and I'm that, because they've been told that, and they've been telling themselves that since 3, 4, 5 years old. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just knew how I grew up as a little girl and how I grew up as a teenager and all of that and how I felt. And I just, if I could help not let this happen so much, that's really what I want to do. So just creating a community, creating a space where women can come together and help each other and love each other, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just be there for each other, because I feel like it's easy to hate on the next chick, compare yourself to the next chick, when let's just come together and
Yeah.
help each other out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And
that's really what I want. And I want Choc Factory to be a house brand name. I want everybody to have Choc Factory. And I don't know. We never know what the future holds, but as of right now, I just want to focus on lip cosmetics and just bringing awareness to shit, everything that I go through in my life. You know what I mean? Me being a NICU mommy, me being not breastfeeding no more because I was experiencing something called Demir, like just all of that.
um,
You know what I mean? Me having to have her so soon because I was developing something called HELP syndrome. I think that's really my purpose, is to bring awareness and just to speak about what I
um,
go through. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, you doing it.
Thank you.
You're doing it. And you know what's so crazy? The more you start speaking, and even if you go back and look at your different videos and stuff, it'll like help you see you more, because a
Right.
lot of times you really don't hear it unless you actually see it and hear it.
That part. That part. That's why the introduction, like, you gave me it, like, did something to me, because it was like, damn, like you said, you don't realize all that you've been through or all that you're going through until you sit down and you actually are hearing what is even being said. So
Hmm. You be like, wait, is that me?
yeah, I was like, wait, she talking about me? Hold on. Are
That's
you
too
sure
funny.
you got the right girl?
Yep, I do. So, if your daughter could hear one message from you today about life, resilience, and purpose, what you want to say to her?
Oh my goodness, you gonna put me in the hot seat like that?
Yeah, girl.
Shit, shit, I don't even know. I still be like, I can't even believe I'm a mom. I can't believe I have a daughter. Like, what is life right now? What? I would just really just tell her like you're so beautiful and know that, and you're so strong and know that, and you can be whoever you want to be. And yeah, I'm here. Mama got you. I'm right here.
It's gonna expand as you get older, because I'm
Yeah.
sure Miss Broadus be putting it down on you.
I'm like and it's so crazy because when I go see her at the hospital, I'll be like, I don't even know what to say to her. I just be like, you're so beautiful. I love you. You're so strong. Keep doing what you're doing. This is all so new to me. And I'm always open about like my life. And I just never saw like this life for me. You know what I mean? Like a man wanting to marry me, me having a kid. Like I just never saw my future bright, or I never, you know what I mean? Like I was always
Yeah,
like in this shell, and like no man
yeah,
is gonna love me, no man is gonna want to be with me. I'm not gonna have any kids. I'm just gonna be the auntie for the rest of my life. So the fact that all this stuff is happening is kind of like, okay, wait, am I dreaming? Pinch me if I'm not. You know what I mean? So like you said, it'll come though. I think when she gets home and I'm actually a mother for real, I think that's when everything is gonna
yeah,
really tap in. Because right now, I just hold her here and there and I go see her, but I'm not like a full-time mom right now, you know what I mean? And I thank God for that because he's helping me get myself together before she get home so I can be the best version for her and to her.
yeah. So, what message do you want to leave here today?
It gets better. It gets better in due time. Trust
Yeah,
in God, love yourself, and everything else will fall into its place the way it's supposed to.
definitely. So, how can somebody purchase your products and follow you to support you?
So you can purchase our products on chocfactory.com. We're soon going to be on Amazon, but right now just chocfactory.com. You can follow our Instagram, Choc Factory HQ. And if you want to follow me, Princess Broadus.
Well, thank you, Corey. I really enjoyed you, and just keep going, girl. Seriously,
Thank you so much. I'm sorry that was a little ratchet in the beginning with the Wi-Fi and the setup and all that.
it worked out. You
I
see how
know.
it's the calm before the storm, okay?
Yeah, literally. Thank you for having me. You were so sweet, and thank you for really like caring and want to listen and giving me advice. It was a lot of things that you said that really stuck with me, and I'm never gonna forget it. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for tuning in to Life Her Podcast. You can subscribe on YouTube and also listen to Life Her Podcast on all major platforms.
That guides you from the 9 to 5 grind to the freedom of your own path. Discover how to conquer life's challenges while pursuing your passions with unwavering faith. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. So let's get to it.